Hello. So you may have heard the call. If you're here, you probably have. I'm talking about the clarion call. It's that call that aligns us to that life force that inspires your vision and how you want to create impact in the world. Hello, and welcome to the Visionary Masterclass. It is my intention to connect and empower you to embrace a visionary that is yearning to be in its expressive, creative, magnetic force. So, how many of you out there have felt as if you have been wanting so much more out of life? Like you have known for so long that you are meant to do something so much more, something that is profound, something that creates impact in the world, that creates positive ripples in the world and humanity, just because of the work that you're doing. Raising consciousness, being a source of love, being a source of light in this world. How can we really truly bring that forward now, especially in these times? So you may feel like you've been wanting to share your knowledge, your wisdom, your healing abilities, your purpose in a way that can create transformation for others. And maybe even creating new ways, new paradigms of thinking and being. But we all know that something is stirring you from the core of your being, almost whispering in your ear to do something meaningful, purposeful. Like today's the day I'm going to do that thing. And, you know, it's a whole process. It's something that that is in the process that will help you as an individual grow and also help others in the process to grow and expand and deepen their abilities as well. You know, sharing this experience between you and another to create those positive ripples can help to awaken, shift, and raise conscious awareness in these most important times. There are so many ways one can receive the downloads of vision, purpose, when we are open and receptive to being a conduit of this energy and not only receiving it, but embodying it, embracing it, aligning to it, and taking inspired action. This is when we truly become a visionary, when we can take all of these ideas and thoughts, our intuitive feelings, and the way that we move in this world and be able to shape it into form. So for me personally, I truly began to cultivate my gifts as a visionary amongst nature in the wilds. For me, I can reach this place of absolute purity while I'm in nature. It's where I feel open, receptive, and held in life force energy. I could be wandering amongst the trees, having interactions with the animals, and it's almost as if Creator itself is just enveloping me in this amazing process and this opening of the doorway of communication. And I began to really work with this and acknowledge it and grow it and expand it. I even would recognize this as a child. But it wasn't really until my 20s that I began to train and cultivate the visionary, the healer, and the leader within myself. I was participating in a series of wandering vision quests, purposefully asking for guidance around my next steps, how I could contribute to the world. What does the world need right now? How can I offer my experience, my wisdom, and my dedication to being of service to the world? What do my people need right now? So I was moving kind of like through this dance of going within and soul searching and expanding out and listening to the subtle inclinations through signs and synchronicities of the natural world. So it was almost like this beautiful dance that would echo what was going on inside of me and then seeing it, mirroring it outside in the natural world. And we do that all the time in our environment every day. So this could be connecting to ourselves and going into that deep acknowledgement of what it is that we want, what we're dreaming of, and then seeing how it reverberates and mirrors back at us in real life. And that can be done in so many ways. I found I was being guided to teach, to lead others. And, at the time, I mean, this is going back a while now, but I was a pretty extreme introvert. And to be honest, I still am. And I love to do things that support that hard wiring within myself. Because, we're consciously in relationship to um, our inner and outer worlds, how we can be in our fullest expression. How can we be supportive in the way that we do things as an individual? So being led to really teach was a very outward expressive thing for me. And it felt completely out of my realm. I wasn't really comfortable using my voice. I felt like at times, I would literally be stuttering or mixing up my words. And, for a while I had to go through these kind of blocks and through the resistance of meeting this place. But I knew that that was something that I had to do. And spirit, universe, creator, God, mother nature, however you want to, you know, look at it, was just placing me into these positions and perspectives to be able to allow myself to grow. And that's when when that calling is so strongly that it feels almost like this invocation, that it's something so higher than yourself, that you're capable of having the trust, faith, and belief to make leaps towards that thing. It's something that you feel compelled to explore because your soul is being called to it. But we also know that there's a conscious choice that we have to align to or not. And what happens in that process is so unique, and it's beautifully in each individual's journey. There are so many ways to hear the call from spirit. One thing that I found is having energetic conversation and being able to build momentum from that conversation, from those places of clarity, bringing it to life, nurturing the process as it becomes an energy all on its own. When you take an idea and cultivate it and bring it forth outward into the outside world to awaken its creation process, to see how the outside world is reflecting that mirror that is happening within you with your ideas, your thoughts, what you want to be out and do out into the world. But your process is unique. You are aligning to your world, your process. This is your openness to receiving insight and awareness, and alignment of stepping into your calling and your magnetic presence. The visionary process is one of envisioning. It's active, moving, flowing. At times it shifts and changes. There may be times when you feel powerful, clear, courageous, and other times you may feel fear, broken down. There may be times when you want to give up, when you feel alone. But realize this: your vision is strong, purposeful. If it's a betterment to not only you, but having a purpose beyond self, then know there may be something more for you to be, do, and experience in this journey that you have accepted. Because it's like that, right? A vision is a path, it's a journey. Life is all of these things. It can be adventure of unknowns, a journey like no other. We choose from the state of spirit. Some may say it's a soul's calling. So we give it up to Creator, God, Source, as an energetic frequency to align with the match we are creating and propelling forward as a mission. It has many goals, but what happens when we expand out of that tunnel vision, what we're constantly used to, being able to open up and to see what happens when we expand out our perspective and see that there's something so much more. Not only what we can do and how we can serve, not only how much money we can make, but we can create positive ripples in those around us, that we can fuel and breathe life into a vision. I happened to have an opportunity to study under an amazing mentor. His name is Tom Brown Jr. His teachings were enriched in the old ways, a lineage of teachings passed down from generations. And the sharing of knowledge is also sharing of vision. It is like passing a fire forward to light another, another, and another. Some fires burn brighter than others. When a life force is passed, it has an energy, it has support, it has a foundation. And that is when it's truly cultivated. I can't tell you how many times I have felt the burning of an individual's fire, whom it has passed from those passionately keeping it lit. When we are taught something that speaks to your soul, the wisdom or teachings have been passed. It's a life force. When you share from a place of mastery, you help to keep this alive. For some of us, we have a deep source of creativity where we birth new things, new ideas, new concepts, new ways of being. It's a source just by being you. This is your soul's message. Does it stay hiding? Or do you know it's something the world will do better with when you brought it to the surface to be shared, just as you are? Allowing yourself to embrace all your imperfections, taking massive, inspired action, even if it looks a little messy or unrefined. The diamond gets polished with experience, leading you to your own mastery. But regardless of whatever it is that you have to share, whether it's wisdom teachings, teaching others how to embrace their gifts, their intuition, maybe setting up better systems for business, it doesn't matter. It's who you are in the process of this sharing. Connected, present, a conscious, energetic being sharing what you do best. And in the process of that sharing, you help others grow. In the process of growth, you align, you deepen, you learn, you expand to share more and more, serving as a mirror to all you have influenced in the process. So I'm going to have a separate recording with a meditation that is my kind of go-to as I begin the envisioning process. This is connected to the soul star chakra. This chakra is connected to your life purpose, and we are going to empower this chakra. So make sure you go to this module after this recording and you'll find the meditation there. Put some time aside so you can be really present with this. Maybe journal beforehand, but pour your passion into it. Feel into it using your emotions. Visualize, make it real. Go back to it time and time again when you need to empower more, when you need to have more information, insight, wisdom. So you connect to your soul star chakra, to your life purpose, connect to the spirit of that purpose. Ask it questions. This is an ongoing process to connect, strengthen, and deeper your connection and bond to the envisioning process. The soul star that leads the way to empowering your path. This is something that is consciously, subconsciously, and always within our field. And when you can tap into it, you can bring awareness to it. It can be that leading guide, that force that shines upon you. So if you are kind of new to this process, maybe you are seeking vision, maybe you're refining, maybe you're recommitting to your path once again, a point in which you're seeking. We all experience this conversation where it's like we're trying to understand more. We're questioning, we're asking for guidance, we're defining what's in our heart, the why behind the envisioning process. But this is a building relationship that we have with this energetic life force, which is our life purpose, which is the visionary and being the visionary. There are times when we are in that communication, when we just don't know. And sometimes we're struggling, sometimes we're calling out. Maybe we feel so aligned that we're truly now in this place of making a declaration of your hopes and your dreams. Because let's face it, sometimes we're yearning, sometimes we're lamenting, dreaming, stating what is really truly in your heart. And we have to allow ourselves to be in the conversation, to be able to receive the insights of questions that we have looking to be answered. But we have to ask the questions. We have to define what is in our heart, to feel within our heart, to gain a sense of direction, to go within, to listen to the silence that stirs within us, how we feel compelled to move. It's here within this cultivation process that occurs where the visionary sight comes to meet the world's needs, and how you are a piece of that puzzle. To be able to reach out with your senses, to feel, to see, to know. The more and more you become present to this process, the more the energy can move in and through you. Journal your process, write it out. Write it out till you can't write anymore. Talk it out if that feels better for you. Talk it out until you feel complete. It's amazing the clarity you will have. Put the effort into it. It will arise, and you will exercise how to lead yourself. This is a process that will happen over and over and over again if you allow it to. Use it as kind of like your time where you have a meeting for your business and you allow yourself to communicate with that life force, with that spirit of purpose. It will deepen, it will grow, you will understand it better. Because following vision is a commitment you agree to over and over and over again. So maintaining a healthy mindset, rooted in clarity, rooted in direction, and again, that inspired action to do what you know you need to do to create the most fulfillment, success in your business, of how you want to move forward, the keys to creating momentum and growth. As you empower the vision, bring awareness to it, your felt senses, your why, your dreams, prayers molding to the energetic creation process. As your vision gains clarity, you begin to build on that foundation in which you are creating in collaboration with the universe, with spirit. As we've all heard before, the universe is conspiring to work with you. The universe wants your growth and expansionness. It wants to raise consciousness. This is how you evolve. It's the soul's purpose to forever grow and expand. This is the reason why purpose is highlighted as a blueprint for coming to this earth. We quest for meaning. Why am I here? An age-old question that's always on the hearts and minds of every individual at some point in their life. And when we feel we are not meeting that purpose, we feel unfulfilled. Are we living out our life's path? What does this experience all mean for you on an individual level? If you feel what I'm leaning into as visionary, what are you leaving behind in this life? Is there a legacy? Is there a ripple that you can create that will help another and maybe another and another? Maybe you affect many. Maybe you affect one person. Maybe you can change their life. We never really know how we leave ripples behind. But how can we be the best version of ourselves within this lifetime? When I told you about my story of how my vision started to formulate, I never thought myself as a teacher, a speaker. I was always so shy. I'd fly under the radar. But life, mission, and purpose kept placing me in situations that forced me to come out of my comfort zone, forced me to stretch, to be heard, that my words, my advice could be medicine for someone, that it could shift and move people. And now I've worked with hundreds of clients, and maybe at some point, it just allowed me to grow into that place. But this is a path and a journey of discovery. It's discovering who you are and following the insights, the inner guidance, and oftentimes the outer guidance and circumstance that lead you down that road. The road to your becoming as it all unfolds. There's so much clarity. You can rise above and get a sense on the bigger picture yourself. You may see the goal, the purpose. And when you bring that purpose to the now, into presence, you are walking the path of the visionary. You are empowering and holding space for soul's growth for all involved. Yourself, the other, and the all-encompassed. It's up to us to walk in awareness. It's up to us to continue to put one foot in the stream of consciousness and to live this dualistic life that we are living in as we merge the physical with the spiritual, the alignment to our energetic frequency and container to bring it into form. To see and envision where you see yourself in your business, in your goals, in your dreams, and continue to course direct the trajectory of that empowered place to come into the now. So I have some exercises for you that you'll see below this module, and I'd love for you to just get energetically primed and aligned and integrated as you merge that dualistic nature, the physical, the spiritual, the masculine, the feminine. your own dualistic nature. So there will be some journaling prompts to help you gain some clarity. Really allow yourself to write, really go deep into it. Because when your energy kind of matches that intention of what it is that you are coming to meet with, what it is that you're writing, and what it is that's kind of coming up to the surface, your outside world starts to really start to align itself because you're gaining clarity. Give yourself time to really extract what is inside of you. It may be helpful. I love to set a timer for like 15, 20 minutes. So it's really time that you're dedicating to this thing. Best case scenario, write until you can't write anymore. Write until you feel complete. So have fun with it. Explore and find what is just below the surface. Find what's waiting to be expressed.